Before starting, I want to set the stage for what you're about to learn from me today. The story in this video is hypothetical, a dark thought experiment to show what happens when Shogun Method tactics, specifically fractionation hypnosis, are pushed to their absolute limits. This isn't a guide, it's not an endorsement. Instead, it's a warning, especially for those new to Shogun Method. Fractionation, at its core, is a tool. Like any tool, its impact depends on the hand that wields it. Used rightly, it can build connections, foster emotional intimacy, and create meaningful bonds between a man and a woman. But in the wrong hands, it morphs into a weapon, a way to manipulate, control, and enslave. Here, we've conjured a character named Cronos, a twisted, amoral figure who uses fractionation hypnosis with surgical precision and zero conscience. Cronos is the composite of the few who have gone rogue and banished from the Shogun Method community at shogunmethod.net. His actions reflect what's possible when someone exploits female psychology for his own sexual gain. This story doesn't shy away from the darker implications of emotional manipulation. It's raw, unfiltered, and often uncomfortable. I'm not glorifying these tactics. I'm telling you this to showcase how devastating Shogun Method can be when misused. So, continue watching, but remember, this is a cautionary tale, not a roadmap. Understand the depths of fractionation hypnosis and have greater respect for its power and a deeper commitment to using it wisely. If you're ready, then let's go. To start, let's drop the pretense. Someone like Cronos isn't here to charm women or win their affection. He's playing a game, a calculated, ruthless game, and the prize isn't love. It's control, authority, domination, power. Shogun Method is his forte, and fractionation his weapon of choice. To him, fractionation isn't just some hypnosis tactic, it's an art form. If you've never heard of it, congratulations, you've been blissfully unaware of the emotional manipulation Olympics. Fractionation is about yanking a woman's emotions up and down so fast she forgets how to stand on her own. Highs, lows, ecstasy, despair, it's all part of the ride. And Cronos is the bastard who uses emotional rollercoasters to conquer women, heart, soul, and body. Right from the start, Cronos knows that before you can mess with a woman's emotions, you've got to give her a reason to care. That's why he is strong right off the bat. He's charming, attentive, and just mysterious enough to keep her intrigued. He mirrors her every move, reflecting exactly what she wants to see. This is the infamous intrigue ping plus mirroring combo he has mastered from the deep annals of Shogun Method. For the woman, it feels like fate. For Cronos, it's data collection. Every laugh, every look, every offhand comment, he's cataloguing it all, building a blueprint of her psyche. By the time she realizes she's hooked, it's too late. He's already plotting his next move. Shogun Method is executed in 4 steps, a roadmap they call the I-Ray model. The second stage, or the rapport stage, is where the real fun begins. Here, Cronos gets into high gear and flips the emotional switch. One moment, he's showering her with compliments, making her feel like she's the center of his universe. The next, he's cold and distant, dropping cryptic comments that leave her questioning everything. It's like being on a drug. The highs are intoxicating, and the lows are devastating. But here's the catch. The lows make the highs feel even better. She begins chasing that next hit of affection, desperate to recapture the magic. And Cronos, the ever-puppet master, he's in control of the supply. And that's not everything. Women love a good story, and Cronos knows how to deliver. He spins tales of heartbreak, ambition, and misunderstood genius. He paints himself as a tortured soul, a man with a dark past and a bright future, if only someone could understand him. And that someone just happens to be her. This makes her feel unique. But here's the thing. He never gives her the full picture. There's always a missing piece, a shadowy corner of his psyche she can't quite reach. It's maddening, and that's exactly the point. The less she knows, the more she fills in the blanks. Her imagination becomes his accomplice, turning him into the tragic hero of her fantasies. Now here's where Cronos really gets under her skin. He doesn't just pull her strings, he rewires them. He makes her feel special, needed, like she's the only one who can fix him. But that pedestal he puts her on is built on quicksand. The moment she falters, whether it's real or imagined, He pulls back. "I thought you were different," he says, his voice dripping with disappointment. She's gutted, desperate to make things right. And just when she's about to crumble, he throws her a bone, a smile, a kind word, a fleeting moment of tenderness. Of course, it's the Shogun Method operant conditioning tactic at play. Over time, she becomes conditioned to seek his approval, to crave his affection like a starving dog begging for scraps. She doesn't just love him, she needs him, like a crackhead needs crack. With fractionation hypnosis, the devil is in the details. Cronos doesn't rely solely on grand gestures or dramatic confrontations. His real power lies in the little things. A lingering look, a perfectly timed pause, a text message that says everything and nothing at once. He might say, "You're amazing, but sometimes you're holding back." It's subtle, almost innocuous, but it plants a seed of doubt. She questions herself, wondering if she's good enough, if she's doing enough. And when she seeks reassurance, he's ready with just enough validation to keep her hooked. It's a delicate balance, and Cronos walks it like a tightrope artist. By the time Cronos is done, she's not just emotionally attached, she's emotionally enslaved. Her happiness, her self-worth, her very identity all revolve around him. She cuts off friends who try to warn her, convinced they just don't understand the depth of their connection. She forgives his transgressions, seeing them as the quirks of a complicated man. It's not love, it's dependency. And the most chilling part is she doesn't even realize it. Fractionation hypnosis is powerful, it works. But let's not pretend it's harmless. In Cronos' hands, it's a weapon, a tool for control, authority, and ultimate domination. He doesn't use it to build connections or foster intimacy. He uses it to break a woman down, to make her dependent on him for her sense of self. If you're considering walking this path, ask yourself, are you looking for love or are you looking for power? Of course, some shoguns say both, but the more honest ones tell me it's better to be respected and somewhat feared than merely loved. Just like Machiavelli. A Machiavellian down to his core, Cronos doesn't give a shit about the collateral damage. For him, it's all about the game. And that's why he leaves a trail of broken women in his wake, and he doesn't care. I am telling you this story to warn shoguns about what not to do with my knowledge. It's so easy to go overboard when you have this newfound power in your hands. As the founder of Shogun Method, here's what I've got to say to my brother shoguns. Go conquer the world, but remember to show restraint. Your virtuous masculinity as a shogun demands it.